What's going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Ghana and Naija Ballers. If you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. It's another Tuesday, wonderful day. I hope you're enjoying your day wherever you are. Today we're talking about Ghanaian and Nigerian players. As you know, this channel is the only channel that gives updates on Ghana and Nigerian footballers or players or whatever you want to call it. So today we'll talk about the Southampton players, Nigerian players and Ghanaian players that are playing for Southampton. We have two Nigerian players. We have Joe Aribo, we have Onuachu, and we also have Kamaldeen Sulemana. Those three players who are relegated to the championship next season. We'll be talking about the future. Then we'll also talk about Jordan Ayew's record as he joins the list of Africans with the most appearances in the English Premier League. So subscribe if you haven't and hit that notification bell. First of all, we start with the Southampton boys. Now, we've seen several coaches have joined Southampton from Hudson. I've forgotten his name. The first coach that is now the coach of Wolfsburg. He was there, did all he could. He left. Another coach came, left. This Jurich just came and is left. So it's like Southampton have been under several coaching, style change, managerial this and that, and it's affecting the play. As you can see, when Kamaldeen came, he didn't settle well. They went to relegation. Onuachu, the same thing. Joe Aribo, the same thing. I think those players, they might be looking to leave Southampton at the end of the season. So we'll talk about that today. We'll talk about Kamaldeen Sulemana. Since he left French club Rennes, it hasn't been very good for him. And I have a feeling that a club might sign him soon. So he might be leaving Southampton at the end of this season. That's the summer. Ajax, we are close to signing him in the last transfer window. That's the summer. But the move didn't go as planned. So I think Ajax might try to make that move again, because I don't think Kamaldeen Sulemana, his agents, will be looking to stay in the championship once again in this summer. But you know how Southampton are, they need all their best players. They might decide to keep some players and mention some ridiculous amount of money if a club wants to sign them and all that, especially if you don't have relegation clause in your contract. It's going to be a little bit tricky to get clubs to come and get you for some amount of money the club wants for you. I think Kamaldeen Sulemana will be leaving Southampton. He might go to Ajax or some other top league. Might even go to Spain, or he might go to Scotland or go to Belgium. Any top Europe club or league, that's where he might go. He might also go to Germany, because Germany are very it's a very good environment, conducive environment for young players who are very energetic and fast, especially in the wingers. If you're a good talented winger you want to develop, Germany is the right place for you. So Kamaldeen Sulemana might move to another top 5 Europe league. I would like to know your thoughts. Which club do you think would be perfect for Kamaldeen Sulemana if he decides to leave Southampton? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Then next player, will move to Onuachu. Now, I believe Onuachu might be heading back to Turkey, because he was actually very good for Trabzonspor when he played in Turkey. He was extremely good. It's just that the price tag and his salary Southampton were paying him, they felt that they can't pay the transfer fee and also pay his salary and all that. So he might want to reach an agreement with his agents and Southampton and any Turkish club that will be coming for him. Maybe Trabzonspor might even come for him again. So I think a player like Onuachu will be looking to leave Southampton, because he is not a regular at Southampton and there are some players that are being preferred over him. So I'm expecting him to also leave Southampton at the end of the season. I'd like to know your thoughts. Which club do you think will be perfect for Onuachu if he leaves Southampton at the end of the season? Then move on to the last player here. We have Joe Aribo. Joe Aribo's form has dwindled. It was actually a shock that he was called up for the last Nigerian Super Eagles international friendly games or World Cup qualifying games. He has not been the best player since he left his club Rangers. He has not put out the same performance for Southampton. He's had some moments of brilliance, some goals, some moving into good promising positions, but he hasn't had that consistency needed in that midfield to make him an extraordinary player. So I think he might stay at Southampton, because I don't think a lot of clubs will be looking to sign him unless his agent is good enough to look for a good club for him. But if these three players I've called, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Onuachu and Joe Aribo, I think if any player wants to stay at Southampton, it's going to be Joe Aribo, because I don't think a lot of clubs would want to sign him considering his form. But I hope his agent is, a whiz kid or a wizard to pick out a very top club for him to join when the season ends. So Joe Aribo is the player. I feel that he will remain at Southampton probably till his contract expires. I think his contract expires next season or something like that. So I feel that he's out of these players. If I'm picking a player that will stay at Southampton, Joe Aribo is the player I'll pick to stay at Southampton at the end of the season. So that is all we have for those three players who are Southampton. It's unfortunate that they went to relegation, but they will have to look at what is going on, what offers coming in, and make their decisions. I hope they make the right decisions, because people are now saying that Kamaldeen Sulemana made a terrible decision to join Southampton from Rennes, which was, quite a step down, and he knows that Southampton will be struggling for relegation. So talking about Jordan Ayew, he's now the Ghanaian with the most appearance in the English Premier League. Jordan Ayew is the Ghanaian with the most appearance in the English Premier League, more than any other player. I think he surpassed Jeffrey Schlupp this season. I think he's at 300 appearances so far, the most for any Ghanaian in the English Premier League, surpassing Jeffrey Schlupp and Michael Essien. Then when you talk about top Africans that have gathered appearances in the English Premier League, we have Kolo Toure, we have Wilfried Zaha, before Jordan Ayew. So Jordan Ayew is now third in the list of Africans with the most appearances. Actually incredible, but also sad that he might be heading to relegation because Leicester City are not playing very well. He might also be heading to relegation with this Leicester team, and I'm 100% sure he might have a relegation clause in his contract. Jordan Ayew is still useful. He's still a talented player, and if Leicester relegates, I'm sure that he'll be looking to move away from Leicester City to seek for greener pastures elsewhere. He might even leave the English Premier League entirely. Might be time to go back to France or maybe Saudi Arabia or Turkey or any of the top leagues we have right now. But I am very, very happy that he has gotten that achievement as top 3 Africans with the most appearances in the English Premier League. It's not an easy feat, no easy feat. It's something that should be celebrated. So Jordan Ayew, he might be relegated with Leicester City, but I'm hoping they pull up a miracle. But the way it's looking, it's not promising. He might be leaving. I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think about the Southampton boys? We talked about Joe Aribo, Onuachu, and Kamaldeen Sulemana. I also talk about Jordan Ayew's English Premier League appearance record as the top 3 Africans with the most appearances in the English Premier League. I'd like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe.